Hey there, crazy kids. I am the Good Old Gamer, and we're back to playing more Minecraft. Official release on Good Old Risa. And as I recall in the last recording session, we were stuck here in this cave. Not necessarily stuck, but our inventory's pretty dang full, and we need to be making our way back homesies. Actually, I'm going to drop off this flint and get the gunpowder that I dropped earlier, because flint is easy to come by with more gravel, whereas gunpowder you have to fight creepers, and I'd rather avoid doing that any more than possible. And you never know, I may have a use for gunpowder later, depending on things it can get added into besides TNT. With the potions and all that good stuff in the game now, you never know what kinds of things will be added as future ingredients. I'm going to get these last few bits of material here, and then see if we can make our way back home, or at least to the surface. I know I've gone quite a ways out of my way already, so getting back to the surface may be a nice little impossibility of sorts. Wow, ravines like this are just pretty useless. It's just lava the whole way. Lava or water. I guess some of that lava may provide for some obsidian, but still. Alright, so this is not where I came from. Where did I come from? Couldn't have been this way because this is the dead end, right? Is it down here? No, it couldn't have been from down there because I don't have a way to get back up here. Oh, here it is. I already have lapis, don't I? No, I don't. Gosh dang it anyway. Well, I was going to pick up that lapis, but it looks like I don't really have much room to do that. So we'll just ignore it for now and hopefully try to figure out how to get home. Do I have gold on me? That's iron, that's cobble. Doesn't look like I have any gold on me either. Well, I guess we'll just ignore that for now as well. Alright, so I guess down this way. And up here. Hey, I found the slime. Nice. Wow, how many slime balls do I really need, game? Those of you who actually make use of pistons are probably jealous right now. I'll be able to get spider eyes with my trap, so don't really need that, but slimes are slightly more difficult to come by. 14 slime balls will allow for 14 different slime pistons, sticky pistons, if I ever find a need for those. Hey, buddy. Aw, you didn't give me another slime ball. Alright, so I still haven't decided personally if ravines are a good thing or not. I mean, I guess they open up to a lot of resources and stuff, but at the same time, they're pretty big death traps. So I don't know if the advantages to ravines outweigh the disadvantages. Of course, to me, 99% of the ravines I find are underground ravines. They don't seem to break up to the surface. And the ones that I have found that break into the surface so that daylight shows in during the day, they tend to be more shallow ravines for some reason. I don't think I'd mind ravines that much if they broke out into the surface and so you could see the daylight and stuff. Because at least it would be semi-safe to be in a ravine during the daytime then. But these underground ravines, it doesn't really matter. And I really do need to stop gathering resources and make my way back home. Because I am running very, very low on inventory. I think I came up this way here. Whoa! Get away from me! Ah! Creepers, you're only winning because the weapons are nerfed. If they were back to the alpha version of the weapons, you would never win. Because I could count on my iron sword to kill you in a couple hits. 3 hits, I guess, is what it used to take. Now it seems to take forever and 5 years. Which sucks. And I really shouldn't be going this way, but you know what? I'm not going to either. Something's coming after me. I think it's a skeleton. Hopefully it's just a skeleton. Hopefully it's not a creeper. Yep, it's a skelly. Skellies used to be more of a challenge too, back before they changed the bows. Because then they used to, not really rapid shot, but they used to get more shots at you before before now, where they have to sit there and charge up their shots. It gives you plenty of free hits on them, really. I mean, I guess they do a lot of damage, a lot of decent damage if you're not wearing armor, but once you wear armor, they're just kind of out of luck. Although they keep knocking me around. Oh, get in there, come on. Alright, well, we're out of that particular ravine now. Now I just gotta figure my way out of here. I guess I'll assume I did not go this way to begin with. Must have came here. I'm not particularly worried about finding my exact way out of here. I just want to at least get to a good spot where I can, if nothing else, dig my way out. I mean, I'm going to try and figure out my way, but was it? It was this way, I'm pretty sure. And then back here. Whoa! Well, I'm glad you already took fall damage. And it can't get your spider eye, but that doesn't matter anyway. Unlike some people, I'm not big on the potions, so if I don't get your spider eye for potions, I don't really care. Oh, and hey, there's a surface right there. And what do you know? It's nighttime. Anybody else surprised by that fact that I come out of a cave at nighttime? uh, I'm not. I think I'm just going to stay in here until it turns day. Just because I do want to make it home with all my stuff. I don't want to lose it all. And unlike the surface in here, it's probably relatively safe, since I've gotten the place lit up. In fact, because I've gotten this place lit up, I bet the surface has even more bad things on it than it used to before I went in the cave. If what the Mind Fiend and other people have said, once you light up a cave, more surface mobs show up at night, so I guess that works in reverse too. If you've lit up the surface quite a bit, then you'll find more in the caves below if you haven't been to them yet. I can't believe it's nighttime. At least I found my way out real quick. There's the exit right there. I don't have to search the for an exit real long time. Usually that's what I end up doing. Okay, let's get out of the cave, and then 4 videos later I find my way out. Anyways, while I'm waiting on that, I was discussing my little hang-ons from the alpha version that I grew up playing, so to speak. And one of the things that I'm having trouble with getting used to here in later beta and the official release and stuff, I guess, is enchantments and potions. I'm not a big fan of either one, to be honest. Especially potions, but enchantments even too. But because most of the potions seem pretty useless. The more useful potions that I've seen include like healing potions or regenerating potions, that sort of thing. But you can already get that with food, so it seems rather redonkulous, because by the time you have the ability to make potions, you already should be just chock full of food with weed and animal farms and whatever else. But even enchantments, even as useful as some of them are, it seems, I don't know. It just bugs me that most of them are used simply to make your weapons what they used to be already. Um, because it's not the fact that the enemies have gotten tougher; they haven't. It's that your weapons currently have gotten worse than they used to be, and then enchantments basically make them as good as they used to be, which is annoying. It's a tedious replacement. You're taking that much more time and effort and materials to make what we already had. Now I realize some enchantments do other things, like fortune gives you more things every time you mine and all that, but that being said, I can't get it out of my head that enchantments are making weapons what they used to be without them, and I just as soon rather have the weapons like they used to be without them, to be honest with you. But that's just a hang up I have from back in alpha or even beta days. But the Mind Fiend was telling me if you just think positive about the enchantments, then you'll like them and you'll be able to use them. And I understand that some of them are useful, but again, I just can't get it out of my head that a lot of the point behind the enchantments is to make your stuff like it used to be, especially your weapons. One thing I'm surprised about when it comes to enchantments is how nobody ever seems to talk about the what do I want to say, the enchantments to armor, because there's some enchantments to armor like reducing fire damage and stuff that seems incredibly useful, especially in like the Nether. Um, Having a fire damage reduction ability in the Nether seems incredibly useful when you're dealing with ghasts and stuff. But nobody ever seems to talk about that. They're always focused on the things like fortune and what is it, silk touch or something like that. No! Oh, thank God I landed in water. I think that water saved me from a very nasty fall. Thank God that water was there. That would not have been good times. Whew. Now I'm out of my fish, so I definitely have to get back home to do more fishing, because that's always fun. But yeah, if any of the enchantments are really interesting to me, it's the armor ones. Even if they're not particularly useful, I mean, think about it. Think about having armor enchantments that affect your armor, change your armor up, give you different damage abilities or whatever. Because you think when I think about weapon enchantments, it's like, okay, they can only do certain things. They're only going to give you the ability to give you certain damage types or whatever, right? Whereas an armor enchantment could do all sorts of things. Could give you better durability, could give you... Well, I guess some weapon enchantments could give better durability too, but it seems like armor enchantments would be so much more useful. Who wouldn't want an ability, an armor ability that reduces, fire damage? I don't know what all the enchantments are, because I've never looked into them. I've just seen a few videos of other people using them. Um, but again, that's a hang-up I have from alpha days, where I don't even really want to think about the weapons enchantments, because it really does just scream to me, hey, we're making your weapons just like they used to be without all this effort. And that just really annoys me. I also find it funny that enchantments are all well and good, but anytime anybody talks about them, they just talk about the level 50 enchantments. And more specifically, most people just talk about Fortune and Silk Touch. And that's it. It's like all the other enchantments, they're nice, they're good, but they don't matter. I'm just going to make a mob trap, get myself up to level 50, get those 2 enchantments, that's it. It's like, really? I don't have a big interest in enchantments either, but at least I just make it known. I just say I don't care about the enchantments. You guys say pretty much, I don't care about the enchantments except the ungodly overpowered ones. It's like, come on, really? Now I realize I didn't necessarily have an empty, what I want to say, or a full inventory, because a lot of the slots only had 1 or 2 items in them, but all my slots were full, so it's still a reason to get back home and dump stuff off. And it's always good to stop by home and dump stuff off after a while anyway, because you don't want to lose loot, especially if you end up either falling in lava or a creeper explodes and pushes you in lava or some other stupid thing. It's always good to make routine trips back home. I think that's about it. I'll take these other planks, just because I seem to be running through sticks fairly fast. Looks like I should do some more fishing. It's alright, we've spent quite a few videos in a cave now, so a few surface videos wouldn't be too bad. Well, probably one surface video. Hopefully I don't spend too long here fishing. So what's your guys' favorite way to get food now?